Rosemary Ndlovu, that's the former police officer accused of ordering hits on 6 family members, including her boyfriend, seemed quite jovial when she appeared in court yesterday. She took the stand in the High Court sitting in Palm Ridge Magistrate's Court, denying all the allegations against her, including that she murdered her relatives for policy payouts amounting to 1.4 million rand.
Quite the extraordinary story, this. So listen to this. She says everything she said in the video evidence of her planning another hit was staged. Newzroom Afrika's Mnisi is on that story. Rosemary gave the media a spectacle. As she posed for the camera, little did anyone know she would dispute ordering a hit, which was captured on camera by an undercover police officer. In the footage, she was heard giving orders to hitmen not to shoot or stab her sister Joyce and her 5 children, but to set them alight. She maintains that she was coached to say this.
Before Jabulo and I walked to the car, we stood there and had a short discussion. And Jabulo said I should respond in that way in order for him to take us to Bushbuck Ridge. And as long as he knew that what we were going to Bushbuck Ridge for would pay us some money, he would agree to that since he's a thug. So I was sort of coached by Jabulo to respond to the questions in that way.
In the video, en route to Bushbuck Ridge, where the hit would be carried out, Rosemary is heard saying she checked herself into a hospital so she could have an alibi. But she says even that is not true.
Being admitted there, my lord, in fact, was a follow-up on what happened when I was hospitalized in RFA Hospital in Kempton Park. It was a subsequent follow-up to that. What he said about an alibi that I was trying to create, that when these things happened, so that it said that I was, or this scene, that I was at hospital. That, my lord, I never said to Jabulo. I never told Jabulo that.
Ndlovu says this trip was never made to wipe out her sister and her 5 children, but to accompany her friend Cebisile and her brother Njabulo Gunene, the hitman, to a traditional healer. But on this same trip, Cebisile was not there. Instead, there was another hitman identified as Mchali. When she was ultimately arrested on the same trip, police said they found medical and ID documents of her victims.
At my house, this Sergeant Begingo Sisu did not find insurance policy documents there. I think it's just imagination that you found such. It's not true. My lord, I know that in my house they found a toxicology report. They also found a hospital record of Zanele Mota. I don't know how it got there. Also an ID copy of Nomasonto. This other certificate belonging to a certain boy whose mother asked me to certify the copy for.
Ndlovu says she met Njabulo in December 2017, but denies hiring him and his friend Lakiwe Mkize to take out her mother and sister. Ending her testimony on a low note, Ndlovu shed a tear as she testified about her sister, Audrey Ndlovu, who the state says she poisoned and strangled, leaving her for dead at her rented room in Tembisa in June 2013. She's said to have raked in over 717,000 rands in payouts. She's back in the dock on Wednesday. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi at the Palm Ridge Magistrate's Court.